Only one, when I read this book, why I'm sharing this with you, because it's very important for me so you can understand how I educate a horse, and when you're going to purchase this animal, you will understand how to apply the method. But Francois Boucher will educate horse with pressure and release. He said, pick up, give me nose, and release. And I was in professional sport for many years, for 9 years. And our body was educated with physical exercises by increasing time in physical exercise, develop muscle memory. And riding horses and working with horses from 6 years old, I also apply pressure and release. With some horses I succeed, with some horses I did not succeed. Most of the time I did not succeed with horses because I succeed with horses in particular moment with pressure and release. Because I find after 25 years, I find pressure and release, that's how long it took me to realize that. Pressure and release, it's a discomfort, it's a surviving instinct in particular moment, and submission in particular moment, but it cannot develop muscle memory in the future. So if horse give you nose and release the nose, horse cannot travel for a long period of time and keep this neck muscle because you're teaching horse this, give me release, give me release, give me release. And that's why if pressure release work that great, we will never use tie downs, German martingales, draw reins, because reality, what we want to achieve with our horses, we want to keep shape for a long period of time. So pressure release doesn't work. We want to try to find a tool to keep this, try to find a gimmick, so keep the shape of the horse. But reality, physical exercise, it's so simple to understand. And any athlete, any athlete in the sport industry, to develop flexibility of the muscle and muscle memory, only you can achieve with physical exercise by repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating and increasing timing on a physical exercise so muscle will stretch and remember that. So that's how I was educated in my sport, and I transferred this education to horsemanship. And I struggled for many, many years with horses. Okay? So it's just my opinion how I educated horses and how I succeed with horses. And I find this way horses much more relaxed, horses not using surviving instinct, and I'm not concentrating to give me any release. I concentrating perform for me, and I'm going to release you. My reward, I release you completely from the physical exercise, relax mentally and physically. Hello guys, Russ Krachun here, and today we're having Eve, and I continue sharing with you Eve education and progress of her education on her journey. So we know already Eve accomplished discover first level from foundation program, discover philosophy and methodology in round pen, and right now she accomplished in hand communication. So in hand communication, that's a second level of foundation program. Actually, when we connect to horse with horsemanship halter and the rope and transfer all these methods in education, what we done in the round pen education to in hand communication. Before I'm going to share with you methods, I would like to stop for a second and explain to you how important to understand for us when we viewing this video. If you did not see Discover Philosophy Methodology in round pen, it will be very hard to understand what I'm going to share and explain to you, because I all the time going to remind you round pen education, methods from the round pen education. So I suggest you to truly go and see first videos on her page. She have her own page on my website, and you can truly understand how Discover Philosophy Methodology round pen methods and philosophy connect to in-hand communication. So why I actually call the second level in-hand communication? Because we connect to horse with halter and horsemanship rope, and rope connect to our hands. What we're going to send our energy, body language, voice command to our horse. So all the time I'm going to switch the rope left and right direction, pull or release, it means I communicate to my horse through my body, through my hands. So horse truly have to understand forward motion from the round pen education and speed control, walk, trot, and lope, because I truly want to develop her balance and coordination when she travels forward motion, when I connect to her, and she relax mentally. And when she's going to relax mentally, then she's going to release her muscles. Her muscles are going to be relaxed. That's very important to understand for us. Before we're going to start to educate if all this education and physical exercise and forward motion, it's very important to accomplish flexibility exercises. So horse will truly develop flexibility in the neck, shoulders, rib cage, and hindquarters. I truly believe if horse going to be stiff in the body from the day one, when we're going to start to educate her to travel around us, and horse not going to use flexibility of the muscle and body, then we're going to have just a straight board travel around us and pull in our hands, and our shoulders, and our elbows, and horse cannot develop balance and coordination. So reality, if flexibility of the neck going to be flexible, say for example, if horse out of the left, she have to stretch right neck muscle, engage left neck muscle, the shoulders, rib cage, and hindquarters. And she will going to stretch her. If you're going to see this view from the top, she's going to stretch her body and travel around us. If it's possible to educate horse to travel around us with flexible neck inside, just with horsemanship halter and rope? Absolutely not. This level, this in hand communication, that's a foundation step, preparation steps for the bridle work methodology. When we are going to accomplish this, and horse will understand to travel and change his direction, and stop and stay still, and move the shoulders and hindquarters, when we connect to horse, and not pulling back, not refuse to travel forward motion, then we're going to transfer this to bridle work methodology and educate you to travel and be collected and use the spine, hindquarters, shoulders, and neck when she actually travel in the forward motion. So I believe before we're going to start to educate her, we have to develop flexibility in the horse neck muscle from the left and right side. I'm going to explain a little bit about Eve. Eve, she's very reactive horse. She responds immediately. If you apply a lot of pressure on this horse and she don't understand the education, she getting very nervous, upset, and she falling apart. So with this horse, again, I'm going to tell you all the truth because this horse is there for maybe not. They're all for sale because I fall in love so much with this horse. First of all, with her pedigree, that's unbelievable. It's very, very hard to find like this pedigree. And at her physical abilities. I am really not concentrating on her reaction because it's going to be very, very easy to educate this horse under saddle if you finish very well foundation work. She going to be responding to your cue immediately if you know how to navigate this energy. I did not discover these methods. I learned from Francois Bauchet. It's a dressage rider who discovered these methods in 17th century. If you read old equine books and understand history about horsemanship education, you will understand how Francois Bauchet discovered these methods, and after he transferred to James Phillips, his student, and he takes these methods to the next level. Again, when I pick up, horse have to give me this neck muscle and hold right neck muscle and stay for a long period of time and keep the shape and keep the shape. Again, I'm going to release and say, very good, baby, you're doing very good. Again, pick up, pick up, pick up, and release. So it's just highlights what she learned and a little bit explanation. I'm not going to show you how I apply repetitions, how long I stay in repetition. Like I said before, all this you can find on my vlog, actually, on my website. It's a lot of videos, and you can follow Academy also, and and see how I educate the horse. It's beautiful. And release. And again, pick up, pick up, pick up, and release. You're not going to apply this lesson today same like I practice every day. I'm just going to combine a lot of exercises, but you will see how I practice right here. Beautiful. Very nice, baby. Very nice. I'm very proud of you. Very proud. Very good. And change the sides. Very nice. I'm really, really in love with this animal. Very good. I love her look. I like her personality. I just connect with her very well. That's all. That's what I want to say. Beautiful. And she can be amazing broodmare in the future if we finish her education in performance riding and show her, because her pedigree outstanding. She can bring you a lot of beautiful babies to show. Very nice. And be on the performance world. Very nice, baby. You're doing very good. I'm very, very proud of you. Very nice. Beautiful. So when horse done flexibility from the left and right side, we're going to release her and say, very nice, baby. You're doing very good. And let her stay and relax because it was physical exercise. And now we're going to say you have to also be flexible from opposite side. When I pick up, I say, please be flexible and release. Very nice. Let her relax. Stay still. And again, pick up, flexibility right here, very nice, and release and say, very good, Booba, very good. Yes, sweetheart, that's for sure. And again, release, and again, pick up, flexible, and release right here, very good, and again, pick up, flexible, and release. So we've done flexibility to the left and right side, in the same direction when I'm staying beside the horse, and also we've done from opposite side. Why are we teaching from opposite side? Because eventually we're going to mount the horse, and horse have to respond only to the reins, not because I'm staying beside her. Because a lot of horses, they develop confidence, very important saying, when you beside it, and you give in, and she's fine. And when you ask from opposite side, they're pushing with hindquarters and run away from. Now, next exercise, we're going to teach her to be flexible, move hindquarters, and come back, be flexible. I'm not putting a rope behind the hindquarters and pull on this face. My body position will going to tell her, because I'm going to change my body position will tell her to move the hips. That's a body language. I'm switching my body position, and she have to move the hip. If she's confusing, then I apply voice commands so she can understand. She have to move feet forward. So first of all, flex, flexible. Now I'm going to step, clock. She have to move the hip right here. Release, stay still, and come back to flexibility right here. Beautiful. Release. Again, right here. Work on this side. Flexible first. Move the hip, don't pull, just hold. If she's confusing, till she's going to move the hip herself. You see how deep she moving these hips. Beautiful. And come back to flexibility. Very nice. Very good job. And one more time. Pick up, flex, move the hip right here. Beautiful. And come back to flexibility. Very nice. Right here. Flexible. Very good. And one more from this side. Stay still. Flexible. Step. Ask you to move the hip. Right here. Beautiful. And move the hip. Again, I learned this step also from François Boucher. But François Boucher, what he done, he educate horse to travel with dressage whip. He apply physical pressure on the horse hindquarters to make horse travel forward motion and drive horse to the beat. So horse will go around the back and collect in the neck. So my idea completely different. I want again to come back. That's around pen education. Horse truly have to understand body language and voice command travel forward motion. You truly have to have this presence to teach horse travel forward motion. To educate horse travel with pressure, it's very easy. To educate horse to understand you, to travel with energy, voice command, and body language, it's going to take time. But when horse learn that, you have much more solid animal and any education, on the ground or under saddle. Continue travel. And when I ask you to travel, she has to travel consistently around me. Not lean inside and outside. She has to travel around me. Listen my voice command, continue travel. Before, when I educate her, I all the time was with her shoulders. Please travel, please travel, please travel. Right now she got to this point when I have to stay still in the middle of the round pen and animal have to travel around me. After we have to develop flexibility and stay still and after combine together. Because a lot of time, and I've done this in my life, a lot of time when we apply in dressage whip, horses pulling side back, horses cow kick, horses pulling away from you, horses go towards you, till finally they're going to submit. But reality, if you have previous methods in education, you can actually escape all this aggravation and horse will understand much easier for horse, I better say much easier to learn from horse this education. Okay? So we're going to say, first of all, to if flexible, like a clock, and ask it to travel forward motion and keep the shape right here. Hold the shape, should travel. I say very good. Stop and stay. She's flex. And now again, forward motion. And she keep very, very nice her shape almost on her own. Very nice. Continue travel. Continue travel, baby. Very good. And again, stop right here and stay still. And we're going to change our sides. Again, right here, first of all, flex. Now forward motion. So you can see she's flexing and after travel forward motion. Very good. Beautiful work. Very nice. Continue travel, baby. You're doing very good. Continue travel. Very good. Yeah. Continue travel. Very good. Beautiful. Continue travel. Very nice. Very good. Continue travel. Very nice. And now, move your hip, stop, and stay still. Very nice. So next step, we're going to practice to move the hips left and right direction. Again, that's a body language. Everything, when I'm stepping here, move the hip. And that's how basic, that's how you teach your horse in the forward motion. You don't teach horse and stay still, because in stay still it's very hard. Imagine you have to cross your feet and stay still. It's very hard. It's much easier for you to walk and cross the shoulders. So with horse it's exactly the same. When you ask horse to travel forward motion, then you're going to just step sideways and horse learn how to move the hindquarters. And you don't have to apply physical pressure in the horse hindquarters with rope or other tool to make a travel, move the hip, or press with your tongue. Okay? So, and eventually you make this forward motion less and less and less and much more flexible and teach horse to actually to move the hips and stay still. So again, the way we're going to teach horse right now, we're going to say flexible, move the hips, flexible. It's a foundation step. Okay, we're going to use this actually exactly the same steps under saddle after in the future. Say right here, flexible. I'm going to change my body. I'm going to say move the hip, move the hip, move the hip, move the hip. Now stop and be flexible right here. And we're going to change the sides. Again, right here. First of all, flexible. Now I'm going to change my body. If horse don't listen, I'm just going to clock. That's simple. Again, move, 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 move. Stop. I stop my energy, my legs, my feet, and she stop. And I say, please be flex. Very nice. From a young age, I teach these horses to be very flexible on their body. So now we're going to combine everything together. We're going to say flexible, travel forward motion, be flexible, move the hips, change direction, stop, be flexible. So all our education, what we're doing right now, we're going to teach horse to use all this in the forward motion together. Again, pick up. First of all, flex. First of all, flex. Forward motion. Forward motion. Hip. 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 Forward motion. Forward motion. Hip. 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 Right here. Hip. If she did mistake, that's fine. She's learning. Again. Hip. Forward motion. Right here. Flexible. Again, hip, 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 stay still, and be flexible. Very nice. And we're going to change the sides. Very good. First of all, flexible, forward motion. Very nice. I really enjoy that. Flexible, hip, 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 hip. Forward motion, keep the shape, keep the shape, keep the shape. Please hip, 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 keep the shape. Stay still, flexible. And one more time to opposite side. First of all, flexible, travel forward motion, forward motion. Added my voice command. Very, very disciplined with my voice. Walk, it's clock, it's a faster clock, and lope, it's a kiss. Again, hip, 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 stop, and stay still, and be flexible. Very nice. Change directions, change sides. Very good. Flexible first. Forward motion, forward motion. Forward motion, hip, 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 forward motion, forward motion, forward motion, hip, stop, and stay still. So another reason, a lot of time horses, when we're teaching them to ride, and that starts again from here, horses can travel and after be collected. Or some horses, when they travel, they're throwing head up in the air and they walk and travel, especially in the lope, and they're humping with front shoulders, and after they start to travel in forward motion. So reality, you can develop this muscle memory right here, before the saddle, before be a rider on top of the horse back. So if you develop this on this young kid, this flexibility from the day one, and after transfer again, I come back to the bridle work methodology, when with beat, when you're going to ride in the first time, you're going to be surprised how horse, when you pick up this rein, and horse travel already like this, and you're going to say, oh my God. Okay, so that's how you teach your horse to start actually from the ground to develop this muscle memory. Very good, baby, very good.